As you have seen on the thumbnail, I have finally played Jusant. I wanted to play this game since it was released, but never had the chance. So now I have played it, and let me tell you, don't skip on this indie gem of a game. After many hours of playing Death Stranding 2 on the beach and navigating through its dense, haunting world, wild cutscenes, and the emotional weight of the narrative, I needed something different. Something calm, something simple, something that let me just turn off my brain and enjoy the mood. And I remembered, I always wanted to play Jusant. Luckily for me, it was available on PS Plus, but before playing, Jusant always looked like a relaxing, beautiful indie game. What I didn't expect was how refreshing and quietly impactful it would be. It ended up being exactly what I needed, and I'm here to talk about it. If you don't know what this game is, you might be asking to yourself, what is Jusant? Jusant is an indie game developed and published by Donut Entertainment. Donut are known for their choice-based narrative games like Life is Strange, so seeing a mountain climbing game from them was really strange. And yes, Jusant is a climbing game. That's it. There's no combat, no spoken dialogue, and very little traditional storytelling. You play as a lone figure ascending a massive abandoned tower-like mountain, guided only by the environment and a small water creature companion called Ballast. The movement in this game wasn't sluggish at all, and the game felt really responsive. The main mechanic of climbing was challenging, but not too difficult that it made me throw my controller across the room like older Assassin's Creed games. You have a stamina bar that depletes the more you climb. This bar never posed a challenge apart from a couple of instances near the end of the game. You can climb up, down, or sideways with movement stick, and back controller buttons are there for you to control both of your hands. There's also a jump button too. I mean, which game doesn't have that? All these mechanics will deplete your stamina, but luckily there are resting spots. The game will offer resting spots on your way to your destination. You can always use up the 3 anchors on the wall. These really do help just in case you fall down and have to climb those walls again. But I gotta say, every climb was a pleasure because of how good the gameplay felt. The little creature Ballast can make plant vines grow or make plants sprout seeds that will help you in your journey. It can also point towards you to the correct way. In this game there are environmental challenges, like when it's really sunny, the stamina will deplete quicker because it's too hot, or if there are many winds that will also affect your movement. The sunny sections of the game was the only challenging part for me, and they really did challenge me, but it was really rewarding because of how beautiful some of these environments were. Nearly every area seemed different, and I was happy with the variety we got, especially after the halfway point. I can see how this game is influenced by many classics like The Last Guardian, Shadow of the Colossus, and it kinda reminded me of that brilliant animated film, Flow. This game really is special. But Jusant is way more than just climbing. There are moments where I just stood and took in the atmosphere. The visuals are beautiful in a minimalist way. The art style is stylized, somewhere between cel-shaded and painting, but all of it just works. Every new area has its own mood, color palette, and story. To dried coral caves to sunlit cliffside ruins, the game constantly evolves as you climb. For a small-scale game, it has amazing art design. And the music, it was absolutely perfect for this kind of experience. It knows when to stay silent and when to have those moments with the soft emotional melodies. Sometimes all you hear is just the wind, your character's breaths, and even the rope shifting with tension. That kind of silence lets the world speak for itself, and I just absolutely loved it. Even though there are no dialogues in this game, Jusant still tells a story that is pretty emotional. Through environmental details and scattered notes, you learn about the people who once lived on this mountain, why they left, and how this massive drought affected them. The story and the meanings are subtle, but meaningful enough that it makes you think as you play more and uncover more secrets. By the time I reached to the top, I didn't need dialogue to feel something. The journey itself told this beautiful story, and not having much of a story made me make my own narrative in my head while playing. In this game, you control a lone climber with a water creature called Ballast. It was so cute. The little movements it had made my heart warm. But we don't get to learn about this climber much. It is there for the audience to make up who he really is, but more details about him would have made me connect more with the character. And these are the only characters in this game. They both work, simple yet effective. In conclusion, Jusant was exactly what I needed. After all the chaos and intensity of Death Stranding 2, this quiet little gem reminded me why I love indie games. It's quite a short game, around 5 hours, but every minute feels intentional. There's no filler, no noise, just pure, focused design and atmosphere. There's some nitpicks though. I wish the notes you find around the world had better fonts. They seemed very bland and looked like they were written on a Microsoft Word sheet. It just didn't fit that world. I don't know why the art team just couldn't cook up something better than a generic font, but the story in them made this world even richer. And I wish the main character had more of a personality. Still, apart from these negatives, Jusant was an amazing time, and I will give this game a solid 8 out of 10. So, if you're looking for something calming, different, and memorable, Jusant is 100% worth your time, and we need more indie games like this. Tell me, did you play Jusant? And if so, what did you think of it? Let me know down below, and I'll see everyone on the next video.